Well, it was a very short break in between games, but we are back with you here inside the Wiener Center. Coach Marv Hohenberg record as we get set to wrap up, I guess really start the second part of our doubleheaders. It's the men's turn now as the Jackets of Defiance entertain the Blue Devils of Lawrence Tech. With Jim Bellamy, I'm Randy Roberts. We saw the Lawrence Tech women's team kind of take it to Defiance again, 15-12 late in that opening quarter, and then a long run, a 10-minute dry spell did in the Jacket women. Now the Jacket men set to do battle. And Jim, we were last in this spot a week ago, I believe, and we talked about how the conference standings were kind of in thirds, and we thought, well, if a team in that bottom can maybe put a run together, start to climb the ladder, as you see the updated WAC men's standings head into action today, and it turns out the Jackets of Defiance is that team now, 10-6 overall, 5-6 in the conference. You see still kind of that middle tier, that first four, that bottom four with a four-way tie in the middle. But this is a DC team that now, 10 days ago, we're going, well, can they get in the top 8? Can they make a run to get into the conference tournament? Now here they are, tied for 5th. They're going to see all these teams that they're tied with a second time. Now is a top 4 and a chance to host a tournament game a possibility.
Yeah, you're talking about a Defiance College team that was good, but not consistent earlier in the season. They started off strong, hit a little bit of a cold spell, and they've, I think, started to put some things together at the right time. Right as you kind of turn the page to the second half of the conference season, the 2026 part of the conference season, and now they're in that middle of the three pieces of the pie, and they have a chance to kind of not only get to 500 in the conference at 6-6, but put 2 or 3 teams in the rear view and make themselves and their standing look a whole lot stronger. And again, I have to go back to, they won on the road earlier this week, and you have to think if 2 teams are pretty evenly matched, that home court has to mean something. And so that's kind of what I'm putting my faith in today, is I'm looking at home court advantage, and I'm interested to see if the Jackets take advantage of home court advantage today.
Yeah, you talked about that game earlier this week, went to the road at Cleary, won in overtime. Third time this year the Jackets won in the extra session. Had a rally to win that one as well. And let's talk individually about Evan Enksman for the Yellow Jackets. Now sits at 99 career-made three-pointers. So the next one will get him into some rarefied company to give him 100 career triples.
And as you and I talked about when you brought that point up earlier, and I'm glad you mentioned that here in the pregame, it's a matter of when today and not if. Enksman is known for a strong inside-outside game, but he can, once he heats up and knocks the first one down from deep, you can usually rattle off maybe 2, 3, 4 of those in a streak, in a succession. And so I think his shooting is going to be very important today. You know, we know the Jackets play some strong defense. The wild card is always what kind of offensive output are we going to get, and that's what we're going to find out early in this contest against Lawrence Tech.
This is a Lawrence Tech team that scores 75 points per game while allowing 71. It's a balanced attack led by junior guard Michael Afrikoff, who leads this team at about 12.8 points per game. Damian Thompson averages 12.5. And before we get any deeper, let's turn things over to PA announcer Gene Sugg with tonight's starting lineups. So you heard the starting lineup there from Gene Sugg, Evan Engstman, Balin Blockberger, Carter Sudoff, Christian Burton, Carter Orr. So good to see Sudoff again continuing to get healthy. Said it's been a week ago. It's actually been 10 days since the last time Jackets were at home, and Sudoff again still battling the lower leg injury. I know he was in a walking boot earlier in this season while he missed some time. The good news is we don't see the stationary bike over at the end of the bench like we saw the last time Sudoff had to take some time off and go ride the bike. And so it looks like that endurance is beginning to build again for the sophomore.
Yep, just trying to keep everything stretched out, keep the endurance up during the downtime as the Jackets win the tip. And they go right to left on your video device.
Burton with the basketball. High post pass comes in to Sudoff. Here's Engstman. Engstman around the screen, gets rid of this one to Blockberger. Back to Engstman. See how early maybe that three-point attempt, just get it out of the way. Burton gives it back. Corner three. Could that be it? It is. And it is the 100th.
Nope, they're going to wipe it off. He stepped on the sideline. They waited until the shot was released to blow the whistle. Not to rain on the parade because it was down and it was gorgeous. But he stepped on the sideline, establishing his presence.
Turnover. Negates what would have been a three-pointer, little contact under the basket. Officials are going to play on. There's a drive. That one's going to be up no good. The officials are going to let the physicality go apparently today as the stoppage is for a ball out of bounds.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact down there in that exchange during the offensive rebound opportunity for the Blue Devils, but no call, play through, Jackets ball.
So we mentioned the Jackets playing their best ball this season, winners of 4 of their last 5. This one's going to be thrown away, looking for the wing left side, Sudoff.
Yeah, that's, I think, the wrong player with the right idea. Sudoff is not really going to be more of your step-out three as much as Evan Engstman is. I think if that's Engstman, that's exactly where he's probably going, is back outside to take that three.
Engstman's taken over the leading scorer of this team at about 14 points per game, shooting 40% from behind the arc. Still looking for our first points. Minute change gone by so far in this one. It's a good job giving to the cutter. Attempt is no good. Sarim will take that one. Blockberger's going to pick up the foul.
Late whistle on that one during the take.
So Karim Sarim Aslan at the free throw line. The sophomore from Turkey will get a couple of free throws here.
Lawrence Tech comes into tonight 69% from the charity stripe. 0 for 2 there, though. Good break for the Jackets.
Yeah, nice job by Blockberger to come in and get the rebound. So scoreless for a minute now and close to a half. This is a screen for Burton out to Engstman. He'll try again. That one off the heel of the iron. A rebound is finally grabbed by Zappeter.
When he knocks that one down, you got to bring that same energy as you did on the make.
Man, I was excited.
Yeah.
I thought it was quick. 3 on the other one. That one banks off hard off the iron. Ball's going to be saved from going out of bounds.
Good hustle.
Yeah, big hustle play. Lake McIntosh came up with that one. A little double clutch inside and able to draw the foul will be Davin Walker. So Walker, the senior from Detroit, and the transfer from Siena Heights will go and give Lawrence Tech an opportunity for a couple of more free throws. Still 18:03 to go opening half. We've got no score, and it will change as our first point comes thanks to Walker at the free throw line.
Going to give Evan Engstman that foul. That's his first, team's second. Didn't see much on that one.
Walker shooting over 70% from the free throw line, splits the pair. 1-0 our score on our Defiance College scoreboard. Sudoff up top. We'll give to Burton. Christian steps back. Christian, not much of a shooter on this team. He'll drive. We've seen him take the ball to the rack, and he'll give it into the corner. Blockberger with it. Bentley comes out to the wing, swings it back around. They'll go right side. There's Burton. This time, a little floater off the angle is going to be no good, and it's Walker who has the miss for the Blue Devils. Now a good drive off the wing and the score for McIntosh.
Yeah, that was a really nice ball fake from 3 right there. And when he got the defender on his tippy toes, he was able to put it on the deck and drive strong to the basket and finish.
So Lawrence Tech early 3-0 over the Jackets. It's the entry pass down to the low block, Sudoff. Sudoff trying to go baseline. Spins back towards the rim. He's going to lose the handle. It's out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover, and the Blue Devils will have the basketball.
Sudoff asking for a call against Zapata. His number opponent there, number 8. No call, though, by the official. They're letting them play so far, Randy.
Blue Devils with a basketball. Right now, moving it around the perimeter. Off the screen with it is Walker. He'll get rid of it. Zapata will have it. Gonna bang his way inside, and he's going to be called for the travel.
They're going to say he took that pivot foot and then kind of slid it as he was trying to take that extra step. He took a couple of different one of those steps towards the basket, and eventually they say, well, you know, your pivot foot's got to stay in one spot. You can't just keep going forward.
So Christian Burton's able to walk this one into the front court, and now officials are going to hold up play for a moment as there was issue with one of the clocks, apparently.
Conversation there also with Christian Burton. Not sure what's up with that.
Carter Orr with a basketball at the wing. He'll swing this one around to Burton Christian, trying to get a clear out. Gets a screen. He'll let fly from deep. Threes off the heel of the iron. Good rebound. Pulled down in traffic from Walker.
Yep. Long shot, long rebound right there. Got that one near the free throw line.
Zapata had it. Now he'll take the straight on 3. That one left a little short. Rebound's lost out of bounds in the corner. Last touched by Lawrence Tech as Davin Walker tried to chase it down as it looked like it went through the hands of Evan Engstman. But the Jackets get it back here as we near the 16-minute mark this opening half. This was the first league contest between these two back November the 17th. Won by the Devils on the road 70-59. There's a good look inside and a score for Carter Sudoff. There's Thompson with a drive off the angle, off the window, puts it in.
Yeah, good defense by Carter Orr, was able to body up right there. No call on the contact, and he was able to finish strong with the right hand.
Burton that high lob. Now here's Carter Orr. Orr, he'll let fly from about 15 and buries the jumper. Back to a 1-point game, still more contact.
Jeez.
These were all fouls in the women's game, but that kind of shows you the difference between the two styles of play. A little two-man, the give and go, and the good finish for Zapata.
No fear in the entry pass right there. Didn't put it on the floor, just took the one step. Did hold the ball near his waist as he was going up, but nobody from Defiance College able to get a hand on it.
Good move for the Spaniard. Also comes to Lawrence Tech from Western Oklahoma State. And we've got ourselves a timeout on the floor. 14:52 to go in this opening half. Our game today is brought to you by Mercy Health. Mercy Health is a proud sponsor of Defiance College Athletics. Mercy Health offers high-quality health care you need and the compassion you deserve. Our expert doctors, nurses, and caregivers are committed to help. Let me try that again. Are committed to helping you be well in mind, body, and spirit. A long day, you know, it happens from time to time.
Absolutely.
We're also brought to you by BSN Sports, providing all of your Defiance College gear. We remove the hassles related to purchasing uniforms, equipment, spirit wear, and anything else your athletic program needs, giving you more time to impact lives on the field. Visit the BSN Sideline Store at DefianceAthletics.com.
That's it. It's the reads are, just to kind of take folks behind the curtain a little bit for a broadcast, you know, we have sponsors who we obviously, tremendously appreciate. Without sponsor support, these broadcasts don't happen. So, we always offer a tremendous heartfelt thanks to our sponsors. when we look at all the game notes we have sitting around and all the different pieces of information we have access to, you know, sometimes, and I'm guilty. I'm not saying that that's what happened there, Randy, but I know I'm guilty of it, where I'll do a read and I'll pretty much remember what the read is, and then my eyes will be peeking at something else, so I got to stop myself and just read the words on the paper.
Yep.
And I got to do a better job of doing that
Sometimes
more consistently.
Sometimes you motor through it too fast because you're trying to get to the next thing, and the next thing you know, it's flubbed up and you got to do it again. Jackets with a basketball. Down 3, still 14 and a half to go. Now there's number 100.
I love it.
Evan Angstman buries his 100th career triple, ties this up at 7.
I'm with you, though. Get that 103 out of the way. Settle into this game and this situation, and let's take care of business.
Sophomore still has a couple more years from St. Mary's. 3 on the other end. That one hits off the side of the backboard with the offensive rebound and a reset. Second opportunity. That one is no good. Blockberger's under the basket with the board for Defiance. Burton now, they want to move quickly. Angstman thought about a second one. Now Christian with it at the wing. It's the lob. There's Angstman. Turns, is double teamed. Trying to find the open teammate. Instead, has to get rid of the basketball.
Almost didn't.
There's Christian, and he's going to step on the baseline.
I thought they were going to get a foul against Afrikoff there. He's kind of riding his hip the whole time, kind of guiding him, I guess is the nicest way to put it, towards the baseline.
Definitely looked like he was bumped out of bounds, but again, the officials,
letting him play.
Through the first 6 minutes and change, have decided that we're going to have ourselves a playground style of game, at least so far. This one nearly poked away as Ren Sheets comes in for the first time this afternoon. Trying to give to the cutter was Zabuka, and that one's not there. Now we'll get offensive foul.
Yep. Had to do, I think, with the screens. One got a little too physical and also moved a little bit as substitution comes in as Walker checks back in. And it looks like McIntosh takes a seat.
Short break for Walker, one of the leading offensive players for this Lawrence Tech team. Here's Ren Sheets, top of the key, couple of ball fakes. Now Angstman looking for a second triple of the night. That went off the heel. Angstman has the school record for threes in a game. We were here at the Purple and Gold, hit 11 earlier in a contest this season. Good spin inside. That one's going to be taken away as Walker got a little careless with the dribble. The Jackets forced the turnover.
Yeah, no angle there. Looks like he almost tried to throw it off of a Defiance College player's foot to get a bonus kick and a reset on the possession as the ball goes out of bounds for DC.
Yeah, heads-up play for Christian Burton. I think was maybe trying to draw a foul and was trying to sell the fact that he was putting up a shot, but his apparent pass was deflected off a Lawrence Tech player as Burton nearly lost the handle, getting it to Angstman off the inbound.
Touch pass, soft touch pass.
Here's Wren with it straight on. Now Blockberger creates a little space. His 15-footer's no good. Rebound's tipped right to Carter Orr. Carter's going to be called for the travel.
Bonus opportunity there for the Jackets, unable to do anything with it, but I like that they're crashing the offensive boards and trying to keep these possessions alive.
Didn't see much there on the travel, but
yeah, me neither.
Officials call it and we move on. 12 and a half minutes to go, opening half, tied at 7. Good ball movement up top. And now a little runner in the lane. That one's going to be no good. Rebound's knocked out of bounds. Going to stay with Lawrence Tech. Davin Walker's been the offensive force early on here for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, used lock number 21, crashing the board. I thought that one went off him out of bounds, but they say it went off DC.
20 to shoot for the Blue Devils. Is backing down his defender, Luka Uzalek.
That's where you want to see help defense come over. If he's going to put that one on the floor and go deliberately towards the basket, you want to see a guard sneak over and try to get a deflection or a steal while he's putting that one on the floor.
Uzelac scores for the first time, makes it 9-7. Here's up top. Blockberger's three is going to be deflected. Walker will have it. So Uzelac, the Serbian, comes, I think, the third different European country to see some action for Lawrence Tech, as there's the scoop as Walker's able to score. Lead grows to 4 now for the Blue Devils.
I was going to say only a 4-point lead so far. It feels like it's more than that, though.
Straight on three, fills it up. Big bucket for Christian Burton.
That three takes it down to a 1-point game, and the Jackets right back in it.
There's a deflected ball. Blue Devils get it back. Long three is up and good. Afrikov kind of looks over at the DC bench after the bucket. But the Australian adds to it. So you see on this roster for Lawrence Tech, Australia, Italy, Spain, Uruguay, Turkey, Serbia, and New Zealand.
Good block that time by Uzelac.
Walker might have gotten held a little bit. Straight on three is going to be no good. Rebounds fought for and pulled down by Uzelac. Gets the kick out. Wing three hits off the heel of the iron. Nice job by Walker to get the offensive rebound. Third opportunity coming for the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, the Jackets need to clear this one.
Blue Devils, Yellow Jackets. Don't know, I guess there is Blue Jackets.
Columbus.
This is
Wrong
not
sport.
hockey. Good bounce pass off the turnover. Burton unable to score, but he's going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Burton usually when he's driving strong, he's going to try to do a wraparound pass. In this case, he had the opening, knew he was going to get the contact, fought through it, got a shot off the glass, unable to convert, but will go to the line for a pair.
So Christian on the year, 33 of 43 from the free throw line, 77%. As the sophomore from Toledo and Cardinal Stritch sets. First one on the way is good.
Thomas Hallett checks in for his first action.
Yeah, first time we've seen the transfer from Tiffin in.
Blockberger will take a seat.
Also expect to see Donovan Stone, Parker Chapman at some point. They've been one of the early guys on this bench. Both free throws are good. Makes it 14-12. I'm not sure if Lawrence Tech actually fully inbounded the basketball. It looked like they wanted to change the inbounder, and then while the ball was in, they just ran with it. Officials will let it go. Now off a screen. There's one blocked from behind. Afrikov was waiting for the pressure. Now Anksman steps into one. That one's left short. 2-on-1 momentarily. And the bounce pass inside. And officials are going to talk about this one. It's going to be offensive goaltending.
Yeah. He hung on the rim for the dunk attempt and then just kept on the rim. And the ball finally did go in. But you got to get your hands off the cylinder at that point.
So offensive goaltending will trigger another timeout. Let's try this again as our game today is brought to you by Sweetwater Chop House, which is located on Eagle Rock Golf Club. Open to the public 7 days a week. This is the spot for celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, company parties, or if you're just in the mood to come out and enjoy a mouth-watering meal and amazing signature drinks. The focus for Executive Chef Aaron Weibel is to maintain a scratch kitchen, preparing everything daily from sauces to breads, utilizing local farmers for fresh vegetables, and using our on-site herb garden. We take great pride in providing each of our guests a wowing experience. We're also brought to you by Aftershock Cart and Equipment. We are your one-stop shop for carts. We sell and service Yamaha, E-Z-GO, and Club Car. We have stock and custom carts, new and used carts, and a full line of accessories. We can build a cart to your specific needs. We also offer financing through Yard Card with rates as low as 3.99%. Stop by our indoor showroom or give us a call. We look forward to hearing from you for all of your karting needs. Still 9.5 minutes to go. What's been an entertaining opening half of basketball so far. 14-12, Lawrence Tech leads Defiance. Both teams currently tied for 5th in the WAC at 5-6 in the conference. Jackets come in 10-6 overall. Blue Devils at 9-8.
And a 2-point game really doesn't feel like a 2-point game. It feels like Lawrence Tech should be up by more than that. But with a triple here, the Jackets can still reclaim the lead.
Entry pass comes in. Here's Ren Sheets. Ren will now face up the basket. Ren with a spin, and the floater is good, and we are tied at 14.
Nice strong move against Usalak there.
Sari Aslan brought the basketball into the front court now. 3-ball from the wing is good, and a big answer for Davin Walker.
Yeah, you left Walker open there, and I think as a defender, since you can't close in time, it seems like it takes forever to release the shot, and you just hope, man, be off on this one, you know what I mean? Because I'm not going to close in time to influence the shot.
Hallett thought about the three, now gets a screen from Wren. Want to give back to him. Now it's Burton to the basket. That one rolls off the iron. Rebound deflected into the hands of Walker. Gets this one ahead to Sarazian. Gets a three. That one's going to be no good. Sari Aslan can't get it to go.
Highly contested rebounds on the offensive side for the Blue Devils so far. Jackets are going to need to come strong, and they're going to need to be very impactful with their offensive rebounds.
Hinksman had to change his shot a little bit, couldn't get it to go, and travel's going to be called on the ball fake.
That's a case where Sari Aslan, kind of wrong-footed, was thinking 2 or 3, and we saw this in the women's game a few times too. You're kind of thinking 2 or 3 different things, and then you go and you realize you took that extra step before you even know what happened.
So Raymond Potter checks back into the lineup for Lawrence Tech, wearing number 8. Here's Hallett. This time he will take the three. Fouled on the shot.
That's going to be a push, I believe. We'll see if they allow 3 shots on the foul, or if this, because it wasn't on the shooter.
Yeah, this is going to go on Sari Aslan, I believe. Nope, they're not going to get Sari Aslan.
Yeah.
They're going to get Walker.
Yeah, regardless of who the foul was on, it was not in the act of shooting. It was trying to fight through a screen, and he ended up just pushing the screener into the shooter, which really, I mean, you could argue that was a 3-shot foul right there.
So at any rate, it is Defiance basketball. Burton this time will leave it for the big fella. The ball's mishandled. It's actually knocked out of the hands of Sudoff and out of bounds.
Yeah, I like the aggressive nature of that drive-by. Sudoff just lost the handle before he could go strong to the glass.
Afrikoff will check back into the lineup now for Lawrence Tech. Defiance also seeing Isaiah Mead-Moss in for the first time.
Oh.
Look inside. That one just rimmed out.
No fair.
Tough break for the Jackets. Down by 3. Now a good lob inside and a good roll to the basket, and the score for Zapata.
Yeah, he had a couple of defenders in there. They were unsure who to take because it was a give-and-go type play, and they ended up choosing incorrectly, and the Blue Devils made them pay for it.
Lawrence Tech lead is now 5, 19-14. Here's Burton. Here's gives to Sudoff from 15 feet. Can't get it to go. And it is Zapata who has the miss. Zapata with that fake. This time he'll give to the cutter, and the foul's going to go on the trailer, and that's going to be Christian Burton.
Contested shot there, got a little arm, a little body, and that'll send the Blue Devils to the line for a pair.
So at the line will be Lake McIntosh, the junior from Canton, Michigan.
And McIntosh is he's 2 for 2 on the young season. So now he's 3 for 3, still 100%. As we like to say, limited sample size.
So he'll get one more attempt.
Couple substitutions in for the Blue Devils in between shots. Going probably offense for defense here, thinking they're going to knock down the second free throw.
We'll leave it a little short, but the offensive rebound for Zapata. And now we'll get a foul on the baseline drive.
They'll get Angstman on that one on the contest. Right back to the line for a pair.
This time it'll be Alberto Moratti at the free throw line, the freshman from Italy. His first free throw hits off the heel of the iron.
So they haven't made the Jackets pay with this multiple possession so far, as they only get 2 points out of 2 different sets of 2 shots.
So it makes it 21-14 in favor of the Blue Devils. Jackets have it, 6:40 and counting left to go in our opening half.
Jackets need an answer here, and they need some stops.
Hanksman and Burton up top, now to Hallett. Hallett with that lob pass insider, Sudoff, and he's going to be called for the travel.
They'll say when he leaned that shoulder backwards, he also picked up a foot. And they were keeping an eye on that one. And I'd have to think that Coach Pickens, who was very happy with the call, was perhaps mentioning something about that, because the officials were really looking at his feet. Right then and there.
Fired up, he being Coach Pickens, fired up about something at that play. So here's Lawrence Tech with the basketball. Floater's going to miss everything. 3 Jackets under the basketball. They're under the rim, get the basketball, save it from going out of bounds. Here's Burton across the timeline.
Might have been deflected by Meade Moss.
Christian resets the offense, under 20 to shoot. Gets a screen, gets to the paint, gives behind. Here's Hallett from deep. 3-ball in and out, and we'll get a foul on the rebound, and I believe this is going to go on Carter Sudoff.
Yeah, that's going on Sudoff. They're going to say he pushed off or went over the back, one of the two, but he definitely did not have position. Good box out that time by Zapata.
Sudoff's first, as the backcourt of Burton and Hanksman will now sit down. So we do see Donovan Stone in for the first time tonight.
Yeah, we didn't see much of Donovan the last time we called the game here.
Ball made its way to its intended target. It took a odd way of getting there, because they want to give to a cutter, but the Jackets read that play well. Now the handoff for McIntosh he's fouled on his way to the basket.
Man, it seems like there have been about 20 fouls called against the Jackets so far in this first half, even though that's only team's number 6. But so far the Blue Devils have not made them pay by converting free throws off these. They're at best usually 1 for 2.
This is Zapata at the line. He'll still knock down the first one. Jacket foul go on Thomas Hallett, which will be his first.
Zapata, 50% free throw shooter coming in, but knocks both of those down. That'll help the average just a teeny bit.
As that lead continues to grow for the Blue Devils, up 9 as we play under 5.5 minutes to go in a fast-moving opening half of basketball.
Jackets in a cold stretch.
Sudoff will give along the baseline. Good drive and the score for the freshman Isaiah Meade Moss.
That's what they're going to have to do, I think, if they want to get back in this game. That was almost a travel not called.
Out 3 from the wing, the other end. That one doesn't touch anything as Everkoff buries the triple.
Yep, they might have got away with a walk, and they turned it into a 3-point field goal, so that's a big plus for the Blue Devils.
10-point lead. As Sudoff is knocked to the ground, we'll get a whistle as Zapata kind of looking around to see what he did wrong.
And unfortunately, I think in that case, he just kind of got in the way. Held his ground and knocked Sudoff down.
It's going to lead to a timeout here with 4:43 to play in our opening half. 10-point lead for Lawrence Tech. We'll take a timeout on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
At Genesee Nutrition, it's our mission to support athletes like you with clean, powerful nutrition.
As a collegiate athlete myself, I know what it takes to perform at your best. That's why we created a protein bar that doesn't only taste good, it's actually good for you too.
Packed with 20 grams of protein, our bars help you recover faster, build muscle, and stay strong. Just what every student athlete needs. Grab a bar and live your life. Healthy, active, happy.
At Mercy Health, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. So these days, it's not just about how we care for you, it's where. Because whether at our place or yours, or wherever your day takes you, we'll be there with compassionate, personalized care. No matter how the world changes, your health will always be our top priority. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com to find a doctor near you.
26-16, Lawrence Tech leads Defiance here. 4:43 left to go in our opening half of basketball. The Jackets using the full allotted time in the timeout to talk things over. Good news is, if you're a Defiance fan, you've been following this team, you know that they've been in this spot a few times and have battled back. They've got the win on the road at Cleary in overtime, trailed in that one. Third time Jackets have won a game in overtime already this year.
Yeah, I think 10 is about the largest that I would let this lead get if I'm Defiance College, because I could easily see the Blue Devils flipping a switch if they go up, say, 15, and then trying to cruise control the game.
That's Stone with the one hand, slams it down.
That's a little bit of a posterization right there by Donovan Stone. That'll get the crowd fired up.
Doesn't use the right hand at all. It definitely got the bench fired up. Got the crowd that's in here fired up as well, as stands below us beginning to fill up. Three on the other end will quiet them just as quickly as Damian Thompson buries the triple.
Yeah, that's the perfect answer for the Blue Devils right there. They got two on you in dramatic fashion. You quiet things down by getting three on them in response.
Oren Sudoff with it. Isaiah Mead-Moss will get in the lane, gets the kick out. Donovan now, his triple. Had been deflected when it left the hand. A good rebound pulled out there by Sapater.
Two Blue Devils in the paint, boxing out, ready to get the board.
Sapater trying to find a teammate, has the basketball back. Now gives behind him. Another three. That one off the iron. Sapater right there tips it up and in, then stares down the defender as he heads up court.
I like the confidence. I like the moxie. Guys in great position to get those offensive and defensive rebounds. Playing with some confidence right now.
Jackets set up in the half court. Sudoff directing traffic. Give to Mead-Moss. Out now for Donovan Stone. Stone gets the screen. Now Donovan will swing it out. Hallett, that high post pass. Here's Sudoff back to Mead-Moss. Isaiah with two to shoot. Can't get it to go.
1 on 3 for the rebound.
And a good attempt there for Carter Orr. Tried to tip in the miss. Couldn't get it to go. Sapater able to bring the basketball into the front court. There's McIntosh with it. Gives up top. Long three on the way. That one in and out. Rebound tracked down in the corner by Donovan. So he'll bring it. Stops by, talks to his coach, and brings the ball into the front court. Gets the play call in the half court.
This is a big stretch right here for Defiance College. They're going to need to trim this lead big time.
So two-man game between Isaiah Mead-Moss and Carter Orr. Carter heads towards the basket, didn't get it. Sudoff sets a screen. 5 to shoot, and we'll get a bailout foul.
Yeah, I thought that he was looking to kind of kick that one backwards. Was Orr right there, and instead he got fouled. That'll be the team's 5th against the Blue Devils, and they're inching closer to free throws, but only 2 minutes and change left in the first half.
Jackets will inbound to the baseline. 2:08 to go before halftime as that Lawrence Tech foul ends up being on Afrikoff.
No fouls to give for Defiance. One more to give for the Blue Devils.
Here's Hallett on the baseline. Wanted to dump it inside to Donovan, but he had too many defenders in the way, and it ends up being a turnover. Now the pull-up three from the wing is good for Lake McIntosh.
Yeah, that's a confidence three right there by McIntosh. He knew the defender had slipped past, and he just put on the brakes. Took advantage of the little bit of clearing he had.
McIntosh now with 6. It's Donovan will win to give back now. Unfortunately, everyone falling down. That leads to an easy look for McIntosh as he scores.
McIntosh right there was full throttle on the way to the basket and then let his foot off the clutch a little bit to finish, but the defender did not close in time.
And a good job on the baseline. Attempt is no good for Isaiah Mead-Moss, but he'll go to the free throw line.
Afrikoff will get the foul. That'll be, I think, his 2nd, team 6th.
So Mead-Moss, the freshman from Cincinnati, heads to the free throw line. This first one doesn't get the friendly bounce.
Only 4 of 5 coming into today's game from the charity stripe. That's surprising. Only 5 free throws coming into today's game. Mead Moss is a good inside-outside player. Figure he'd be getting more free throw attempts.
Blockberger back into the lineup for the Jackets as the second toss is good. Now it looks like we'll see a little pressure defense applied by Defiance.
Got to shake it up.
Jackets find themselves down 36-19, just over a minute to go in this opening half. 3 from the wing. That one's going to miss everything. Ball heads out of bounds, and Defiance will get it with 1:05 to go in the half.
Big break for the Jackets right there because the Devils did a good job of breaking that pressure, and that was a wide open look for 3.
Donovan Stone will walk this one into the front court. Carter Sudoff with it. Sudoff still pivoting around, trying to go high off the window. His old high school teammate had one chance at it. Blockberger gets the kick out. Now here's Mead Moss on the baseline again. He's going to be rejected. But another opportunity for the Jackets as the shot clock reset on the block and it never hit the rim.
Yep, I saw that too. It reset to 20 after the block.
So now
have to think
now the
they might go to
question
the
will
monitor
be,
for this one.
what should it be at? And officials say 4 to shoot.
Now they're going to have some quick and intense communication on the floor about 4 seconds to shoot. Everybody has eyes on the shot clock. They know the situation. Now you got to execute.
Here's Donovan. He's going to take a 3 straight on, buries it with 1 to shoot.
Great job with that 2-man game and able to get a clean look for 3 and knock it down.
Cuts the lead to 14. There is just a minuscule difference between the game clock and shot clock to end the half. So Lawrence Tech could, in theory, run this all the way down.
You're up 14. I wouldn't force it.
Trying to get a clear out. And foul's going to be called. A good job on the pump fake for Moradi. So Moradi will head to the free throw line.
Moradi about a 48% free throw shooter.
Gets the roll on that one, buries it. Second attempt, that one rims out. So Mead Moss with it, let's fly from half court. Good look, but it doesn't go, and that's how our opening half will end. So Lawrence Tech, with the lead at the break, 37-22, we'll take a timeout. We'll run through some halftime numbers when we return here on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character, it just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school, and I think that that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character. I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
You've finished your undergraduate studies. Take the next step and defy the ordinary at Defiance College. Earn your MBA or Master of Arts in Education degree. Plus, we offer school principal and superintendent licensure programs. 100% online. No GMAT or GRE required. No application fees, accelerated 8-week semesters, and affordable tuition. Nationally recognized for hands-on service and experience. Defy the ordinary with graduate studies at Defiance College.
Halftime here from the Wiener Center, Coach Marv Hohenberger Court, 37-22. Lawrence Tech leads Defiance at the half. Randy and Jim with you here, and it looks like our team stats have finally gone on here.
Just in the nick of time.
Yeah, having some problems getting them to load, but looks like we're good to go. Jim, what sticks out after the first half of action?
46% shooting for the Blue Devils, 13 of 28 from the floor, so 5 more makes. 2 of those were 3-point field goals. Both teams shooting okay from the charity stripe. 6 of 12 for the Blue Devils, 3 of 4 for the Jackets. 21 rebounds compared to 14 for Defiance College. 14-11, a slight edge on the defensive side. The difference really so far is 15 on the board. A big part of that is points in the paint, 16-8 advantage Blue Devils, and second chance points 6-3. I mean, beyond that, not a whole lot of statistical difference. I think it's just you look at the way the Blue Devils have played defense. They're letting them play physical on both sides, so no complaints there in terms of how the game is being officiated. But I think the Blue Devils are using that to their advantage. The physical style of play is causing turnovers, limiting possession opportunities for the Jackets, and they're working a really good inside-outside game. You see a lot of motion on the offensive side for Lawrence Tech, moving without the ball, and they're giving themselves some good three-point looks and some good inside looks as well.
Take a look at the individual numbers. It's been a very balanced attack for Lawrence Tech so far in this one. Blake McIntosh leads them in scoring with 8 so far. That's actually him and Zapata each with 8. Afrikoff and Walker with 6. Thompson with 5. Meanwhile, for Defiance, been Donovan Stone, that 2 and the 3 with 5. Him and Burton lead the way there. Evan Enksman, that three-pointer, is 100th in his career, is his 3. Isaiah Mead-Moss with 3 as well. Sudoff and Orr and Ren Sheets all have 2.
Yeah, I think it's just the first half is one of those where, as Coach Gibson will talk to his guys in the locker room at halftime, this is one that you need to put in the rear view as quickly as possible, and you need to remind your guys in the locker room that we're a strong closing team. 15 is not insurmountable, but we need to really start opening things up. I think you've seen kind of a cautious approach in the first half for the Jackets, and I think that you're going to have to let it loose, and you're going to have to let it rip in the second half. If that means you're going to force a few passes and turn it over a few times, that's on the defense to make those plays. But I think you need to just play a little more fast, a little more loose on the offensive side, let things flow, cut to the basket the way the Blue Devils are cutting to the basket, and you need to give yourself some good inside-outside opportunities.
It's 37-22, our score at the break. Lawrence Tech leads Defiance. We're going to take a timeout here. When we come back, it'll be second half action on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network. Halftime here from the Wiener Center. Coach Marv Hohenberger Court, 37-22. The Blue Devils of Lawrence Tech lead the Yellow Jackets of Defiance. Randy and Jim back with you once again. And Jim, you brought up a couple of good points when we went to the half. The Jackets, you'd really like this to be probably closer to 10 than the current 15.
Yeah,
but
15
Defiance
makes me
has
nervous.
been, the Jackets have been in this position before, and you've seen it, and I've seen it as well. What Coach Gibson does is likes to leave his starting five kind of fresh for the second half, so guys will play the first handful of minutes, and then we might not see him again. Balin Blockberger, perfect example of that, played early. We saw him late in that half, but he took a big chunk of that first half off, so we'll see how well-rested these starters are, maybe a little bit fresher than the Lawrence Tech guys that have gone the distance so far in this opening half, and we'll see if they're able to cut into that 15-point deficit.
Yeah, I think for the Jackets, you have to play faster and more physical. I think you have to match the physicality of the Blue Devils team. They're a big team. They're a strong team. And, again, you have a lot of players moving really well without the ball in their hands, and they're oftentimes being rewarded with some good passes. Case in point right there, but lost the handle.
What happened to begin the second half. So on cue, you saw the movement there. The mishandled under the basket leads to the turnover. So Jackets have it for the first time here in the second half. Here's Christian Burton. Christian gets the screen, able to drive to the basket. Can't get it to go. Rebound is then knocked out of the hands of, I believe that was Sapater. And it's going to be Lawrence Tech basketball.
Yeah, let's say that Carter Orr was the last one to swipe down and get a hand on that one.
Now travel.
Yeah,
yep,
there you go.
The drag of the pivot foot.
Fast and physical is what I'm looking for in the second half for the Jackets. The physicality has been brought to the Jackets by the Blue Devils because of their size and strength. And if it means that you're going to need a few more outside shots here in the second half to kind of loosen up that inside defense, something has to give.
Zanksman with a spin. He'll have the ball knocked away. So back-to-back turnovers begins the second half. And now it's Lawrence Tech with it as they'll take their time in the half court. Minute gone by. Much like this opening half, it took a while for these offenses to open up. Three ball's no good. Rebound grabbed in the corner. Save the ball from going out of bounds is Carter Orr.
Yeah, McIntosh just kind of got in the way and almost caused a turnover off a rebound.
Christian Burton is on that far sideline. He'll step back, fires the three. It's no good. Blockberger actually out-jumped his opponent. Tried to get the rebound. Ball had to be thrown off of Blockberger's leg and out of bounds, so Lawrence Tech will have it.
Yeah, Blockberger even anticipated that and kind of jumped. But you see how well he executed that throwing the ball off the Jackets player.
He's trying to get the give to the outside for Sari Aslan.
Screen.
Drive comes in off the angle. Walker, it's the kick out, three ball, in and out. Threes at time. We're raining fairly easily for the Blue Devils. Not the case so far. Here's Orr, gets the ball fake, gets the kick out. Anksman for three, buries it.
Yeah, it's time. It's time to start playing an outside-in game instead of an inside-out game. Or I'm sorry, the other way around.
Career triple number 101 now for the sophomore from St. Mary's. Give and go on the way to the basket, and the score for Sari Aslan.
Again, it's that movement without the ball. Paid off with the basket there, and he gets the foul, the second foul against Carter Sudoff.
So Kareem Sari Aslan, the sophomore from Turkey, now with a chance to convert the three-point play. Try to answer the three scored at the other end by Defiance.
And I like Coach Pickens for the Blue Devils going to his bench already with barely 2 minutes gone, just because I think they're going to want a certain level of intensity in the second half on the defensive side, which means you're going to need fresh legs all throughout. I think you'll see a lot of subs in the second half.
As the pass to the cutter is going to be thrown off a foot, so we'll get a kicked ball. Jackets will inbound, 21 to shoot. We'll do it under their own basket. Burton will do the inbounding. Here's the corner three, can't quite go for Angstman. Comes in, gets the miss on his way to the basket, can't score, but he's fouled. And we'll see Evan Enksman head to the free throw line.
Yeah, so Potter gets the foul right there. Really, I mean, he was trying to defend, but also kind of trying to get out of the way, if that makes sense. And he couldn't get out of the way of that shot attempt.
First toss good for Evan Enksman. So Evan comes in 81% from the free throw line this year, 39 of 48. He's taken over the scoring lead at 14 points per game. He's one of two players who started all 16, Christian Burton being the other one.
If you're Coach Gibson, like they're taking the physicality to you, look for a guy like Parker Chapman in the second half, who's a very physical player as well, to come in and kind of match that intensity.
Ball goes around the perimeter. Three is left short. Good rebound. Grabbed under the basket, and the score for Ramona Zapata.
It's easy to say it's a look what I found kind of rebound and two-pointer, but he put himself in that position. He fought his way down to the paint by the backboard to get the rebound, and he cashed it in.
Blockberger in the corner, comes out to the wing. Now he'll get into the paint, uses that off arm to shield the defender, and we'll see the freshman from Coldwater head to the free throw line.
I like that drive. Foul's going to go against Sari Aslan. His second.
So here is Blockberger at the line. 14 of 21 from the charity stripe this year. First attempt, that one off the heel of the iron.
I think this is what you're going to need to see if you're Coach Gibson out of your team in the second half, is if you're going to make the drive to the basket, you either have to score or draw a foul. You can't come up empty, and he did, unfortunately, with those two free throws.
Unfortunately, like Jim said, what happened? Misses them both. Step up, play some defense. Good ball movement. Here's a drive, the kick. Corner three is up and good. Buried in the good ball movement, and the score for Damian Thompson.
Probably the friendliest spot on the floor, right by your bench. Nobody distracting your shot, everybody cheering you on.
Thompson, the junior from Lake Worth, Florida, knocks down the triple. Here's Enksman with it. He'll pull up. Can't get it to go. Flying in for the rebound is Thompson. Blue Devils push in transition. Here's Thompson from the wing, fakes the three. Wanted to go into the corner. Zapata open. You see him standing there wide open in the corner now. Drives the baseline, gets close, scores, and he's going to have a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, the Jackets just are not matching the physicality of the bigs for the Blue Devils. That kind of is a microcosm of the entire game so far, is that when the ball's worked down low, it's either a guard who's cutting and getting a good percentage shot, or one of the bigs who's just out muscling the Jackets defender and getting to the spot where they want to be.
DC foul went on Enksman. That's going to be his third. Jackets have it. See, down 48-27. Here's Christian under the basket. His pass up top nearly taken away. Blockberger will go get it. Balin off the wing. Good job switching defensively. Kept a defender on him. He's going to lean into a defender and knock down the 15-footer.
Not enough for a whistle, but a good job getting in there and trying to at least draw an and one foul.
Here's Lawrence Tech, overloaded one side of the floor. And trying to get inside. And there's the entry pass down to the low block. Sudoff got turned around. Now the kick out, wing three's no good. Thompson's got the rebound in the corner for the Blue Devils.
Don't give him the baseline.
Instead, Orr forces them back to the middle of the floor.
Yep, good defense right there. Squeezed him off.
And now here's Burton. Christian to the basket, will score, and he'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Good strong drive, had the ball on his right hip. As you can see, he's taking it strong. Defender on his left hip right there. Help comes over too late, and you get the easy and one.
We'll get a timeout before the free throw here with 14:45 to go in our second half on our game tonight, brought to you by Mark Motes Ford in Defiance, where we strive to provide you with top-notch service that no one else can offer. Whether you're a new or returning customer, you're going to be treated fairly and welcomed by our friendly staff. We believe in a family atmosphere, and that's because Mark Moats Ford has been family-owned for over 100 years. We're also brought to you by Service Master by McCann. Keeping Defiance College in pristine condition does more than create a good first impression. It also boosts productivity, keeps your employees safe and healthy. At Service Master by McCann, we understand how important a clean and safe environment is, and our cleaning experts work tirelessly to provide customized cleaning and disinfecting services to offices, businesses, healthcare facilities, and other spaces throughout Defiance. So 14:45 to go in this second half. Still a 17-point lead for Lawrence Tech as the Jackets have trimmed it. It feels like you get a chance and maybe they're on the verge of a run, but every time they do that, Lawrence Tech seems to have an answer and extend this lead.
Yeah, I think that's the sign of a very hungry basketball team. Again, we talked about this before. Two teams coming in 5 and 6, kind of log-jammed upper middle conference. I think it's a 4-team tie for 5 and 6 in the WAC right now. One of these teams understands, they both understand how much this victory is going to mean to them as far as vaulting over a lot of other teams getting into that top echelon of the conference.
As Christian gets the free throw, he converts the three-point play, makes it 48-32 as we near the 14.5-minute mark of this one. A good bounce pass inside, but better play defensively. However, Evan Enksman, officials will rule, when he came down with the basketball, was on the baseline.
Yeah. Parker Chapman does check in for the Jackets. Again, I think if it's a physicality issue, he is a difference maker. He can bring the energy to you.
Ren Sheets also out there as well, and we're going to get a foul on the drive.
Way after the shot. I'm not saying there wasn't contact, but that was called after the ball was rebounded.
It's going to be the fourth on Enksman. It's going to lead to free throws here.
You almost have to leave him out there.
So Alberto Moratti will go to the free throw line.
I know you can't, but just like you almost have to.
And it looks like they will make a change. Donovan Stone will see some action for the first time this half.
So that's going to force Ren Sheets and Balin Blockberger to be the bigs.
Second one's no good. Blockberger's got the miss.
We'll see how comfortable they are playing with the very physical Blue Devils bigs for the next foreseeable future.
Stone up top, trying to direct traffic. Shot clock nearing the 10-second mark. Burton with it. Christian will cross over. Now needs some help. Here's Wren with it. Sheets with a spin, lost the handle. It's a turnover. Lob's going to come out, trying to break away, and the basket for Moratti.
Yeah, good job driving kind of through the traffic, through the trees right there. Had a nice lead pass to give him an opportunity to put that one off the glass.
And again, an answer every time for Defiance. 3-ball straight on, good for Christian Burton.
Big answer right there by Burton. Will it be the beginning of a run?
Cuts that lead to 15. Ball nearly mishandled, but able to gather it in as Walker. Walker, a little hesitation, spins. Able to go up and over his defender, but can't get enough on it, so the Jackets get the stop.
Needed that one, now you need to convert.
Burton quickly into the front court. Here's Christian, spins again. A little double clutch. Ren Sheets inside is going to find Chapman. Parker trying to go baseline is cut off. 15 to still shoot.
Work that back out.
Now Stone, long three, buries it.
There you go. Open look, good shot.
Couple of big triples. Have this lead down to 12. Jackets trying to fight back.
Double him down low.
A little hand fighting inside, and we've got
timeout. Very agitated Coach Joshua Pickens right there. Very agitated and animated.
All right, timeout on the floor. Why don't we take a break? 12:39 to play. We'll be right back here in the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Defy the ordinary at Defiance College, a leader in STEM career training, science, technology, engineering, math. with strong focus on hands-on research, internships, and field experience. Spend the summer conducting real research with faculty in fields like exercise physiology, water quality, data analytics, and much more. Personalized advising and mentorships for students pursuing health-related careers. Explore STEM and defy the ordinary at Defiance College.
.39 left to play in this one, 50-38. That Lawrence Tech lead has shrunk to 12 as Jackets of Defiance have battled back. Lawrence Tech is led by as many as, I want to say, 18?
Sounds about right.
At least in this half.
Smaller lineup out there for both teams now, in great part as a result of Evan Engsman's 4 fouls. He'll be limited to being a spectator for a majority of the second half now.
Quick three off the inbound is going to be no good. Chapman had the rebound. It's going to be deflected off a Lawrence Tech player.
And that was Parker Chapman's hustle right there that got him in that position to battle for that rebound, and the officials are going to talk. I think it's the correct call that went off the foot of one of the Blue Devils, but they'll make sure they get it right. And looks like, that is the call. I guess that's a good call.
It's Christian Burton able to bring this one into the front court. Like you said, during that timeout, Jackets score here and cut it to 10. We got ourselves a ball game. 3-ball straight on, trying to bank it in. Did Blockberger, it's no good. Ball stays in play. Now Stone from deep, that one's no good. Blockberger right there again, but it's Chapman that comes up with a miss. Jackets will get a fresh 20.
Kick it back out, reset. Plenty of time.
Back out, and that's exactly what they'll do. Christian gets a screen from Sheets and fouled on his way to the basket.
No, I don't think they had a choice. He beat the original defender, and then somebody just kind of had to put a body on him to stop his momentum.
Foul's going to go on Michael Afrikoff, who's going to pick up his 4th. Team's 4th of this half as well for Lawrence Tech. 3 off the inbound from the corner is good for Blockberger.
Now, here we go. More stops, more points. More stops, more points.
Lead for the first time in a while is at single digits, 50-41. 11:40 and counting to go. Afrikoff through the lane on his way to the basket. Can't get it to go. There's a man-sized rebound inside for Uzelac. And we'll get a Defiance foul. This is going to go on Chapman.
I'll take that foul, though, if I'm Coach Gibson. It means that he got a foul battling for a loose ball. I'll take that. That's effort.
Chapman had the basketball in his hands, and when he realized the foul was on him, slapped at the pumpkin, nearly deflated it.
Strong man.
You've never seen his arms or hands. He is a big boy. Now we get a whistle, and this is going to go. I thought it was going to go on Burton, but who are they going to call this one?
No. Sheets, maybe?
No, that is the case. So
he
15
bodied
foul.
him up.
Lawrence Tech will inbound again. When to get the 3 in the corner, that defended well by the Jackets. Top Uzelac gets the handoff. A kick out, wing 3 on the way. That one hits the heel of the iron. Uzelac, the offensive rebound, is going to draw the foul as he goes up. Sheets thought he had a clean block.
Me too.
And it's going to be a couple of free throws.
Long rebound to the advantage of the Blue Devils for Uzelac right there. Good strong rebound. Boy, that looked like a good block on the way back up, though.
So we will see Luka Uzelac, the sophomore from Serbia. Serbia and Siberia, not the same place.
No.
Look at the roster cross-eyed. Splits the pair. 10-point game here, 51-41, 11 minutes to go. Some renewed enthusiasm for the Jackets right now. Here's Sheets. Wren with a spin, gets the kick out. Burton thought about the three from the corner. Instead comes out to the elbow. Gets the reset. Sheets doesn't score, but Wren's going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, he had the mismatch on McIntosh right there, and they never switched off of it. So they were trying for the longest time to get that mismatch down low with Sheets. And for some reason, the Blue Devils never switched off of that. So McIntosh was kind of left on an island to commit the foul.
So here's Wren Sheets at the line, 63% from the charity stripe on the season. Knocks down the first one. As Lawrence Tech will continue to rotate their bigs in and out of the lineup. Zapata will check back in. Zapata's had a pretty good game so far today with 13 points.
Yeah, Zapata has been one of the enforcers for the Blue Devils today.
Sheets able to get both free throws. Wren up to 4 this afternoon. That lead continues to shrink now, 51-43. Travel is going to be the call.
They were playing with fire. It looked like when the ball was first inbounded, the guy almost traveled, the ball handler. So second time's a charm, dragging those feet, looking for the open lane to throw. Officials right on the spot with the travel call.
Stone will inbound. Here's Chapman with it. Over to Christian. Burton trying to clear everyone out. Got a screen, changes directions, going to throw this one away.
Thought he might try to get that one in the corner to Blockberger. Instead, he kind of threw it in between Stone and Blockberger towards Coach Gibson, who does not have any eligibility. Didn't suit up today.
Coach Gibson's kind of stared off in the distance at that. A tough shot in traffic. That one's going to be no good. Rebound is volleyballed around before it settles into the hands of the Lawrence Tech player. Thompson had it. His floater's no good. Saw Wren Sheets come down with the rebound, but was out of bounds.
Yeah. Love the effort by Wren Sheets right there. Unfortunately, foot on the baseline.
So Lawrence Tech will inbound to the right of the basket. 13 to shoot. Good look at the inbound from the camera there.
Oh, good hands.
Pass to the cutter's going to be knocked away. Sheets will knock it to a teammate. There's Donovan with it. Stone to the basket. Can't get it to go. Sheets fighting inside. Can't get a handle on the rebound as Walker comes away with it.
The want for 50-50 balls. A lot of them are going the Blue Devils' way.
There's Devin Walker with it now. Walker to the basket. His floater's left short. Putback is no good. We'll get a whistle and a foul. Looks like Zapata's going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Zapata is going to be rewarded for the offensive glass here. Did not see much of a foul on the putback. Did they get Chapman on that one? Yeah, Chapman.
They did. It's going to be his second. Before the free throws, we're going to have ourselves a timeout so we can tell you that our game today is brought to you by the State Bank. State Bank provides a full range of financial services for consumers and small businesses, including wealth management, private client services, mortgage banking, commercial and ag lending. They operate a total of 22 banking centers, 19 in 9 Ohio counties, 1 center in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and 23 full-service ATMs. We have 5 loan production offices located throughout the tri-state region of Ohio, Indiana, and Michigan. We're also brought to you by Metzger's Printing. Metzger's is your marketing solutions provider, specializing in multi-format commercial printing, cross-media marketing, and fulfillment services. At Metzger's, we thrive on providing innovative solutions and quality service. We invite you to tour our site to get an idea of the tremendous range of services we offer. Well, Jackets have battled back. They've made this a single-digit score, 51-43, with 9:36 to go. And we'll see Lawrence Tech at the free throw line when action resumes.
Yeah, I think that there's still a ton of time, half of the half or a quarter of the game still left to go. Time for a good run for this Jackets team. Single digits, you know, it's going to be doubles if he makes them both, but 10 is not insurmountable. But I think what it's going to take for the Jackets is, again, go back to matching and exceeding the physicality that the Blue Devils are bringing. And I think that, that part, along with, I think, more crisp passing on the offensive side, and I think the Jackets will be able to climb back into this one.
Spotter able to get both free throws. So lead back to 10. It's Parker Chapman with the basketball right now. Now Christian with it. Burton is the kick out. Blockberger for three. Buries
There
it.
you go. I think the outside game is going to be the deciding factor for the Jackets. Almost another travel for the Blue Devils.
Lawrence Tech trying to get set up. Thought they had numbers momentarily, but Defiance able to get back. Force them into the half court. The low block, Zapata with it now. Gives to the cutter.
Nice.
Good job getting in front of his defender and the score for Thompson.
Yeah, had Chapman on his back hip right there, and Chapman did a good job not trying to reach in and get an and one foul.
Burton Christian to the basket, had it blocked. Give inside, Chapman beating and banging his way to the basket. Is going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is we've been talking about Zapata, and he's looking at the official, talking maybe a little too much, asking about this foul call right here. No doubt he got contact, and Chapman battled hard, but he's the physical presence for the Blue Devils, and Chapman can match that physicality. So I like that battle inside, even though Parker gives up a little bit size-wise.
A good piece of good teammate was Damian Thompson, making sure that he was going to.
He's still talking down there.
Kind of laughing at his big guy right now as the first toss is no good. So Zapata's going to sit down.
I think that's a good call to sub him out. I think you can see the body language and the frustration. He's going to plead his case down the bench, and all he's going to get is sympathetic ears down there, but they're not going to be able to change the fact that there was a foul called against him. You just got to shake that off and play through it, and I'm sure he'll be right back ready to go.
Coach Pickens having something to say as well. Zapata ran by him on his way to the bench.
Let it go.
See one of the assistant coaches still chatting him up.
Yep, a lot of game left. Let it go.
Now one to give to the cutter. Couldn't find anything there. Instead, it's going to be corner three, in and out. Good job grabbing the offensive rebound. Pass was deflected. I don't think the Jackets realized it at first, but they'll come away with a basketball.
Everybody's back was to the ball, and everybody was yelling to get it. And everybody's like, where is it? I want to get it. I don't know where it is.
Burton calls out the players. Christian around to the left wing. Christian, his three is going to be deflected. Now trying to get the ball ahead, but that one is going to be turned away.
Big time defense right there, because that was an easy 2-point transition basket for the Blue Devils had they not got their hands on that loose ball.
Wanted to use the football pass and bring that one into the front court. Now Christian with it again. Christian, a little hesitation. Gives around two defenders, and rolling it off the rim and in will be Ren Sheets.
Ren Sheets had to navigate Zarupiga to get that one up.
It's like Uzelac ready to check in for Lawrence Tech.
Force them into an outside shot here. Don't let them get a cutter to the paint.
Now it's Thompson with the basketball. There is that outside shot. Three balls, no good. Blockberger's got the miss.
The right guy shooting it if you're the Jackets. Zarubica, not really an outside three-point threat.
Here is Burton directing traffic once again. Christian trying to get a clear out. A little crossover. Christian doesn't score, but he's able to draw the foul.
Now you just have to hit those free throws. You have the Blue Devils on their heels a little bit, as now both teams have snuck into the bonus. 17 fouls apiece with almost 7 minutes to play. Now you have to convert your free throws. You have to see if you can take advantage of a little bit of a frustrated Blue Devils team despite having the lead.
Is Christian able to knock down his first free throw?
Now the Blue Devils will go back to the bench, and they'll bring in Uzelac. Again, trying to have that dominant big guy presence. They brought in 3 different players in the last few minutes to establish that 5 role, and none of them have really produced a whole lot. So, just looking for the answer right now.
Both free throws are good. We've got ourselves a 4-point game here, 6:40 and counting to go. Off a screen, little contact. And we'll play on. Uzelak with the basketball at the low block. And we've got a whistle away from the ball. Now, that's going to be on Ren Sheets. So what are they going to call? They saw the arm come around. Ren was trying to get at least a piece of the basketball.
I think they're saying he got him in the back, trying to establish position. A little bit of little dust up at the end of that there. People kind of forcefully walking through other players to get somewhere. Make a point. You're not going to stop me.
Front end of the 1-and-1 is good. It's the third foul on Ren. 8th team foul. And the Blue Devils able to cash in as Uzelak able to get both free throws.
That free throw line for the Blue Devils might be it. If they knock them all down.
Sheets top of the key, gives to Donovan Stone. Stone off the screen. Steps back, fires away, buries the three.
Timeout, good timeout.
Defiance is going to take a quick 30-second timeout. So 57-54. We can tell you that our game today is brought to you by Paramount Healthcare, a proud sponsor and health plan provider of Defiance College, offering a full range of health insurance plans and services to suit your health care needs. Paramount by ProMedica is health insurance by healthcare professionals. Find out more at ParamountHealthcare.com. And Defiance College is also supported by Marco's Pizza. Located here on North Clinton Street in Defiance, Marco's is there for you before or after the game for carry-out or delivery. Call, stop by, or order online for the latest deals. Be sure to download the Marco's app, where pizza is just a tap away.
Good game, one possession. I thought the Blue Devils did a good job of bringing the physicality to the Jackets. Jackets have answered despite Evan Angstman's foul trouble and the inside-outside game he provides. Carter Sudoff not really having a Carter Sudoff kind of game that we're used to seeing, and yet it's only a 3-point game.
Other players have stepped up, guys like Donovan Stone, who are in double digits. He's hit a couple of big threes this afternoon. Well, give and go. Ball's going to be poked away as Ren Sheets will force the turnover.
Yep, too far out, had to put it on the floor, and that's where you get your hands on it.
Christian from the elbow, can't get it to go. Sheets comes away with a basketball through traffic. Now all he's trying to do is get out of the way, let Christian cook. Now Ren with it again. Ren to the baseline, cut off, done well defensively. Uzelak, kick out, wing three's no good. And now the Blue Devils have the basketball.
I like the three there, just didn't drop.
Sorry, Aslan gets the kick out. Straight on three is good for Thompson.
Yeah, that's the three the Jackets probably should have had on the previous possession. Instead, 6-point swing going the other way.
60-54, we play with 5 minutes to go. Blockberger gives this off. Parker Chapman is going to be tied up on his way to the basket. We'll get a held ball. It's going to stay with Defiance. Jackets will have 8 to shoot. See Ren Sheets can doubled over for a moment. But the stoppage is going to trigger the immediate timeout. 4:55 to play. 6-point lead for Lawrence Tech. We'll take a timeout here on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
My name is Mark Miller. This is my good friend Tom Hill. Both Tom and I are graduates of Defiance College, and we were both athletes at Defiance College.
And I played baseball and basketball here at DC. Mark played football and baseball here. Now, here we are 35, 40 years later. We both serve on the alumni varsity board here at Defiance College.
AVD, as we call it, raises money for Defiance College athletics. We have raised funds for many projects, such as $100,000 to the George Smart Center,
$45,000 to the weight room in the Smart Center,
$10,000 to the new basketball floor,
new scoreboards at both the baseball and softball fields.
If you're a Defiance College alumni athlete, please support AVD. Visit defianceathletics.com/alumni/AVD to join.
We appreciate all who have given in the past, but we are looking for new members. Please keep in mind that someone supported you as an athlete at DC. Now it is our turn.
AVD also sponsors a yearly golf outing to get old friends back together and raise funds for our projects.
Support AVD. Let's make this our biggest year ever. Thank you very much. And
Go Jackets!
60-54, Lawrence Tech has held off Defiance College rally so far. We've got 4:55 left to play in this one. The Jackets have battled back. They've done that a handful of times in games this season. Have the basketball, 8 to shoot. Here's Donovan Stone with it. Donovan's going to back up. Donovan, he'll fire away. Someone got a hand on that one. It's going to be a shot clock violation.
Yeah, good step out defense by Usalak right there. Get his hands up, not commit the foul. Good contest on the three. Now Jackets need some stops. Ooh, how is that not an offensive foul? That was a full extension of the arm.
Around the perimeter, still with it. Trying to do a little give and go, but it didn't quite work out. Bounce pass inside, second time. Defender got turned the wrong way on the inside presence, and the score for Usalak.
I think they gave the Jackets a little bit of a late Christmas present right there. Zuzalak was held while he was shooting that ball, but they just let him play through.
Burton cut off, gets a kick out. There's Parker Chapman. Chapman, as he's falling down, gets rid of the basketball, but we'll get a whistle on the foul.
It's a tough foul against McIntosh right there. Is like you said, Chapman was kind of out of control at the end of his drive, but will still end up getting free throws as a result. And these are going to be some very important free throws as the lead is inched back up to 8.
He's going to shoot the 1-and-1 here with 4:05 to go. Lawrence Tech trying to get everyone set in the paint. First free throw's airborne, no good. So Lawrence Tech will dodge a bullet there. Here's Thompson in the corner. He'll get rid of the basketball as it comes up for McIntosh. McIntosh with it again, gets a screen. McIntosh inside, gets a kick out. 3-ball, in and out. Burton with a rebound. Christian able to bring it into the front court for Defiance.
Surprised by that three by the Blue Devils.
No one will step out. Christian will fire from 17 feet. Chapman pulling his way inside off the miss. Can't get it to go. Rebounds out of bounds. It's going to stay with Defiance. And here is Evan Enksman now with 3:32 to go.
Yeah, I double screen him and get him as open for as many threes as I can the rest of the game.
Looks like there was one from the corner. We'll get a whistle, and
Stone was cutting. Somebody hold him. I don't see anybody going towards the scorer's table, so no foul.
Try to get set.
Yep, good step out defense. They knew the play.
So now Ren Sheets with it straight on. Here's Enksman. He'll fire, try to bank it in. Long rebound. Enksman gets it back now to Christian. Burton gets the kick out. He's open, but it's going to be an offensive foul under the basket.
So
Burton, after the pass.
Control, yep. Good job of setting the feet, drawing the charge. I think that was Davin Walker getting that foul.
It's a player control foul, no free throws awarded.
That wipes a big three off the board. Would have made it a 5-point game right there, though.
And I believe Defiance will use a timeout here with 3:12 to go.
Two timeouts left.
Officials in the middle of a healthy discussion here. They go into the monitor. I don't know what exactly they would be looking at.
Yeah, me neither.
Unless
I think that was a pretty clear-cut offensive foul as Stone was already up and initiated contact with a man who was set. Only thing possibly could be was he inside the circle. He was close.
Officials looking this one over.
Yeah, they're going to the monitor on this one to see if he was, I think if he was inside the circle. The only possible thing I could think of that would be delaying the restart of the game right now.
Unless possibly did it come after the ball was made? Was it through the cylinder? That's going to be a tough
I
one to
don't
judge.
know how that could be.
Yeah, I don't know how it would be either.
Because the contact came right after the pass was released, and then the shot went up, and it went in. It was a beautiful 3.
Well, Defiance's bench, they are just waiting. And officials giving the signal, and now having a conversation with Coach Gibson. So as of right now, it appears it's still going to be Lawrence Tech ball with 3:12 to go. So it looks like everything is as was. No, we're not having, no, Are you sure that's what you saw? Maybe we need to look at it again. So Garrett Mansfield, who's had a busy day
Again,
between
the only thing I can think was the defender inside the circle. That's the only thing that could mitigate what would have been an offensive foul.
Everyone continues to just look at the scorer's table here.
And everybody's voice gets really quiet. Let's just inbound the ball. I agree that you want to get it right. I think we've had plenty of time to get it right, and I think they did a good job.
So it looks like we continue on as is. So we play on here now with 3 minutes to go and an 8-point lead for Lawrence Tech.
We'll see if Lawrence Tech wants to continue to try to cut towards the basket, and if they're going to continue to look for those cutters.
Shot clock down into single digits, and then no cutter involved, but just the back down in the score for Uzelac.
Yeah, Uzelac kind of deftly used the offhand, the left hand, a little bit of a hook right there, but not enough to draw the whistle. So good job executing that back down. No help defense came over.
6'7" sophomore with a big play. 3 balls no good. Sheets with a miss. Now Donovan will have a chance. He'll bury the 3. Donovan Stone has come up big. And we've got the officials.
Another timeout. I think Coach Gibson called that one right on the make.
So officials stopped play pretty quick.
And everybody looked kind of nervous at the end of that one too. Like, did something happen that I'm not aware of?
The teams have not gone to their benches. They might be
true.
looking if this is a 2 or a 3.
I think that's a 3. I think Stone's foot was well behind the line.
So we continue here. Garrett's laptop is going to run out of juice here before we get to the end of this one.
Hopefully it is plugged in and powering up as we speak.
So right now we're at 64-57, 2:20 to go.
Possession arrow in favor of the Blue Devils, just in case that comes into account.
The only difference is, would it be 56 or 57, I guess? And now they're going to look,
Now they got to get second opinion.
Yep.
All 3 cannot be present at the scores table at the same time. One has to give way to another official, maximum 2 allowed, and then they will reconvene near the logo and figure out, what did you see, what did I see, what's the best call in this situation. Just like it to happen a little faster.
So this one is still being discussed. Pivotal point here, 2:20 to go. Now all 3 will, all right.
We've all seen it.
Tell me what you saw. And again, it is hushed. It is. This one's going to come down to the wire, so all of these calls are going to be important.
They are. They're extremely. You definitely want to get these right. This could be a 1-possession game near the end. It's 7 right now, but there's nothing would surprise me about the last 2 minutes, 20 seconds.
Both benches being talked to.
The long conversation with
I don't
Coach
think
Gibson
this is.
about
I'm
was
changing
it a
my
2 or a 3?
mind.
I don't think this was about whether or not it's a 2 or a 3. We have a player getting ready to shoot free throws over here, and a foul against Defiance College. So the 3 is good. What is this?
So Ren Sheets has been given his 4th foul. Free throw's going to be no good. So obviously something happened at the end of the 3 that neither one of us saw. McIntosh split the free throws.
Yeah, I'm admittedly still in the dark about what happened.
We'll
with
have
that
to
one.
ask Megan. Do we have that 3-pointer? Something obviously at the end of it, was there people getting pushed under the basket waiting for a rebound that never came? Neither one of us saw it. Cameras didn't catch it. But at any rate, they were able to rewind the broadcast and see something.
Yeah, they saw something we didn't, that's for sure.
Interesting call here.
The beauty of replay, though, got to get it right.
Ball loose on the floor. 2 to shoot. Thompson's 3. That's going to be no good. Rebound is out of bounds, and it's going to belong to Defiance.
I appreciate Marati's fight to try to get that rebound, but that was a lot of contact going for that ball. He goes airborne, and he just plows into a Jacket rebounder right there, and they just play through. A lot of physicality.
Jackets down by 8 with 1:40 to go. Christian steps back, fires a 3, buries it.
Yep. Gonna need them all. 5-point game, plenty of time. Got to get stopped.
2 possessions with 90 seconds to go. Sorry, Aslan holds on to the basketball. Gets inside, kick out goes out to the right wing. Trying to back down his defenders, Walker. Walker fires a fastball inside, it's thrown away. Jackets will get it back with 1:11 to go, and we've got ourselves a 30-second timeout. Nope, full timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. This one's getting interesting. 1:11 to go. We'll step aside in Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Most good things in life are simple. The same is true when it comes to our health and well-being. That's why Paramount Elite helps you medicare simply. Everything in life becomes a little simpler with Paramount Elite.
Defy the ordinary at Defiance College, a leader in STEM career training, science, technology, engineering, math, with strong focus on hands-on research, internships, and field experience. Spend the summer conducting real research with faculty in fields like exercise physiology, water quality, data analytics, and much more. Personalized advising and mentorships for students pursuing health-related careers. Explore STEM and defy the ordinary at Defiance College.
60-55, that Lawrence Tech lead has shrunk to 5. Jackets will have the basketball with 1:11 to go. Defiance will need a way to get at least one possession, but I don't think they will. They can do this quickly.
Yeah, they won't need a 3 right away. Best look, but you can't be too choosy. Time is not on your side right now.
Inbound comes in. Here's Christian Burton across the timeline with 1:08 to go. Ren Sheets at the high post. Ren with a couple of ball fakes. Here's Evan Hanksman.
Good step out.
Back to Christian. Burton. A little give and go to Sheets. Ren scores. 1 possession game. Defiance does not need to foul.
No, plenty of time. 2 for 1 here for the Blue Devils, so they have that working to their advantage.
Keeping the basketball right now up top.
No fouls.
McIntosh had it poked away from behind, gets it back. Ball's loose on the floor. Jackets have it.
Now the shot clock and game clock are about even.
It's Donovan Stone. Donovan up top to Christian.
I think you want last shot here, and it's got to be a 3.
Got 4 3-point shooters on the floor. Fouls called with 15 seconds to go.
Or you can attack the basket and try a good 2. And you're going to get 2 free throws as a result.
Uzelack's going to pick up his first foul.
But now, regardless of make or miss, you're going to have to pressure the inbounder, and then you're going to have to foul. You can't let precious time tick away.
Christian will miss the first free throw.
Don't hear that very often at the home floor, somebody yelling right before a guy releases a shot.
It's Isaiah Meade-Moss, Carter Orr checking in.
Little gamesmanship. Shows how bad these teams want it.
Second toss for Burton. That one is good.
Yep. Mistimed the L that time.
Trap in the corner, but Lawrence Stagg able to get out of it.
Got a
Across
foul.
the timeline, there's the foul with 9.6 to go.
They let 5 seconds tick off, almost 6 seconds tick off the clock right there before they foul.
So Lake McIntosh, the junior, will head to the free throw line.
With the technical free throws he shot just prior to this, he was 1 for 2. So keep that in mind. See if the pressure gets to him on these releases.
Knocks down the first one, no problem. Now, here's the big second one.
Yeah, if he makes this one, it's going to be very difficult for the Jackets to get 2 possessions in under 10 seconds. So this one could ice it.
Second attempt coming in and out. Jackets have the miss and
Smart
a foul. Yep.
Smart foul. Stops the clock. You ask, why on earth would you do that? You do that because the most they can get theoretically off this possession now is 2 points. So you're probably going to have to make the first, consider missing the second, and give yourself a tap-in opportunity for the tie. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We got to make the first. Or he's got to make the first. I'm not out there shooting it, so there's no we involved here.
Before we get to that, the officials are going to look and see if some time needs to go back on the clock. They stopped it with 7.1. The free throw was shot with 9.6. So they're going to put 8. They're going to put another second on the clock. I think it's supposed to be 8.8. So second and a half
Almost
is going to go back on.
Yeah.
So Evan Enksman at the line for the double bonus.
First things first, got to make the first one.
Misses it.
Now you almost have to miss intentionally and try to get the board in a 3. Which means you got to crash the glass like you've never done it before. Oh, they're going to extend the game out. 2 points, got to foul right away.
As Burton commits the foul with 8 seconds left.
Less than a second goes by. Much better execution that time by the Jackets. Not letting time tick off. Last time it was closer to 6 seconds elapsed before they committed the foul. Not for lack of trying. They were trying to get a guy, ISO a guy to foul, but the Blue Devils were doing a good job moving the ball around.
So McIntosh got a couple of makes recently at the line. First one is good.
Obviously, the make here makes it 2 possessions as we get timeout. Basically, this is a multi-possession kind of timeout for Coach Gibson. Make or miss, here's what the plan is. Do you go for a 3 or a 2? Obviously, that's dependent on make or miss here. You're just going to try to extend the game as long as you can.
67-64 with 8 seconds. So it'll be Lake McIntosh, the redshirt junior. Shoot a second of 2 free throws here. Try to keep this at a 1-possession game.
Yeah, Jackets, I believe, are out of timeouts. I think that was their last one, even though there's still one showing on the scoreboard. But I am of the opinion that was their last timeout, but it still shows one up on the board. So you're running through every scenario right now, make or miss. If they do have a timeout left, you can try to advance the ball to midcourt, get a timeout, get yourself one last good look. Probably, even though it's been an up and down game for Enksman, I think he's still the guy I would trust in clutch time with the ball in his hands, knocking down a three-point shot. He has earned that respect and that right, I believe.
Well, Defiance makes their way back out onto the floor here. Second toss coming for McIntosh. And this one, no good. Jackets get the miss. Burton, he's going to be fouled. Did he get the shot off in time?
Ooh, buddy. It looked like he did.
Officials are going to discuss this.
That was a heads-up play.
He knew it was
Christian
coming.
Burton.
Yep.
I think that's a 3-shot foul.
They're going to look. No, they're going to say no shot. Did the Jackets use their final timeout?
That's a tough break for Defiance College because Burton knew the contact, like you said, Randy. He knew the contact was coming, and as soon as that guy got there, he threw that up towards the basket, which is the absolute perfect thing to do because you never know. You know, I mean, you could get lucky and that one could go in. You could have a chance at a 4-point play. But it sure looked like when he released that is when he was getting fouled. I don't get it.
So Defiance granted a timeout.
And that's definitely their last one.
With 4.9 to play.
And the officials are over checking the computer.
Yeah, they're going to make sure the time is correct.
Buddy, I'd be making sure that call is correct. Look at the incidents that happened with regard to each other. No question it was a foul, but it sure looked like it was while he was in the act of shooting. But they're gonna just give him free throws.
There's no foul. There was a timeout first.
Oh, okay. I thought, thank you for pointing me in the right direction that time because I was stuck on that had to be a 3-shot foul.
So the Jackets will have 5 seconds. Here's Blockberger. Let's fly. Can't get it with a second half. Stone, one more opportunity. They're going to wave it off. That's going to do it. Our final will have Lawrence Tech hold off Defiance this afternoon, 67-64. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll run through some of the final numbers on this one as Lawrence Tech gets the win here on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Keita Diller, president of the Defiance College Purple and Gold Athletic Club.
And I'm Mark Diller. I'm a third-generation Defiance College supporter and also on the board of the Purple and Gold Club.
For nearly 50 years, we've been supporting the Yellow Jacket student athletes. Membership to the Purple and Gold Club is open to everyone, regardless if you attended Defiance College or not.
Membership fees are very affordable and include various levels of attendance privileges depending on your support level.
If you love seeing live and local college sports, we would like for you to join us. Just go to dcpurpleandgoldclub.com.
Thank you for supporting Defiance College athletics.
At Mercy Health, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. So these days, it's not just about how we care for you, it's where. Because whether at our place or yours, or wherever your day takes you, we'll be there with compassionate, personalized care. No matter how the world changes, your health will always be our top priority. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com to find a doctor near you.
Well, Lawrence Tech able to survive a win this afternoon over Defiance, 67-54. Jackets made a run in the second half, trailed by as many as 18, had it down. Obviously a one-possession game. Lawrence Tech gave Defiance enough opportunities, a couple of missed free throws late, but the Blue Devils will come away with the win, so they'll improve to 6-6 in the conference. Defiance falls to 5-7, 10-7 overall. As we take a look, some of the numbers on this one, Defiance ends up 22 of 54 from the floor, while Lawrence Tech 22 of 54, Defiance 20 of 53. You see 7 of 27 behind the arc for Lawrence Tech, 11 of 28 for the Jackets. Both teams okay-ish from the free throw line. 16 to
plus
28.
3,
Yep,
which
13
was
to 20. Rebound or turnover numbers low. Jackets commit 12. Lawrence Tech with 14. Our total rebounds fairly even, plus 4 for Lawrence Tech in that one. We will take a look at the individual scoring. So Saputer ends up with 15, Thompson with 13, McIntosh with 11, as I accidentally closed the on my phone here. Meanwhile, for Defiance, they had a yeoman's work, but again, battling some foul trouble. Christian Burton leads the way with 17, 3 from behind the arc. Donovan Stone with 14. Evan Anksman got that 100th career 3, ends with 9. Blockberger, Ren Sheets each with 8.
Yeah, Anksman only 2 of 10 from the floor today. I think all other things being considered equal. You had Sudoff, who kind of have an uncharacteristically off day today. Anksman only 2 of 10 from the floor, had an off day today. But yet the defense down the stretch matched the physicality of the Blue Devils and had a chance to play for the tie at the end there. And if you can play a team that came in losing 5 straight conference games like the Blue Devils did, desperate for a win to get out of that 5 and 6 conference standing log jam, and still be 1 possession away from potentially overtime. You know, not that there are no moral victories in basketball, and I'm tired of hearing about moral victories in sports. Period. It's who wins and who loses. Unfortunately, that's the cold reality of sports. But to have your two of your most prolific scorers on the team, Sudoff and Anksman, have off nights tonight and still be within a possession, you have to feel good about the way the second half of the season is going to pan out for the Jackets, because you know they're going to learn from this the intensity that the Blue Devils brought today, losing 5 conference games in a row. They were desperate for a win. They let it all hang out, and they played very physical. They played very fast. The Jackets will learn from that, and they will match that and bring that intensity to the other teams they face going forward.
So 57-54 our final. The Lawrence Tech Blue Devils get the win over Defiance. That's going to wrap up our coverage here from the Wiener Center. We want to thank everyone for making our night possible. We want to thank Megan having to fill in, so she got to watch the great Ken Reeker once and then sits in his seat with no problem. So maybe Ken's job is easier than we think it is.
Ooh, that's a good point.
But no, Megan's done a fantastic job.
We're just thinking aloud.
That's right.
We're just thinking aloud. We're not saying it. We're just thinking aloud.
I want to thank Curtis for the great work he's done on the camera all afternoon. As always, we want to thank Garrett and Tiffany here at DC for all the help they provide us each and every time we visit. So it's a sweep for Lawrence Tech. They win both games here against Defiance this afternoon. For my partner, Jim Bellamy, and our entire crew, I'm Randy Roberts. Thanks for watching the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.